Unless you have been living under a rock or simply not heard of the upcoming open world, free-to-play space and time travel game, you should know about BigTime. With a team spanning several years of gaming experience from Blizzard to Epic Games, BigTime has the resources to create a game that is played by millions. That said, BigTime is becoming more popular and recently opened the game to players and early investors for the first time. Today, I'm going to help you determine what class you should choose when going into this new, beautiful game and help you understand what each weapon has to offer. Let's dive in. BigTime plans to have a complex system of classes throughout their metaverse. Initially, they have released 4 classes for you to choose from. Each class has 2 abilities available to you by default. We'll talk about how to unlock more special moves later, but let's get into the classes. The basic role you see in many MMO games will also appear here in BigTime. The Chronomancer specializes in precision, range destruction. If you're into magic, this is the class you'll want to go with. A group extremely misunderstood in the lore of BigTime, mages come from a wide range of backgrounds. Many figures in the world of BigTime can use magic as it comes in different forms. Newton and Alan Turing were 2 historic figures mentioned to be Chronomancers in the world. If being tactical is your playstyle, you will enjoy this class. Have fun using pyrotechnics to set your opponents ablaze from a distance. BigTime does not have any lock-on mechanic right now, so you have to be somewhat accurate with this class from mid-range. Using a staff with the class is recommended. A quick note about abilities is that before you can use them, you will need to prime them. This is a short period of time where your character is preparing to use their ability. If you are hit while priming, your ability will be cancelled. Chronomancer's main abilities are Fire Blast and Fire Wall. Both abilities are area of effect attacks that deal damage in a wide area. Fire Blast covers a few meters across, setting the ground ablaze. Fire Wall will produce a wall of fire across a wide range that does 3 damage to any enemy that touches it. No good team is ready for battle without a medic. If you're like me and like to carry with heals, the Quantum Fixer is your class. They disrupt the entire flow of battle, bringing misery to your enemies as they fail to kill your teammates. No matter what, every team in BigTime is going to need a medic before going out on dungeon raids. The lore surrounding Quantum Fixers details them as brilliant souls looking to explore the limits of technology and innovation. Known as the secret weapon in the battle for history, Quantum Fixers serve as both medics and gadgeteers. I expect this class to expand over time and include awesome characters. Even though Quantum Fixers focus on healing, they are still an all-around class providing a good amount of defense and damage. Fixers have 2 ways to heal. First, they can use their signature, which is a mid-range healing circle that starts healing once placed. You also have the ability to create a healing aura, which creates a circle directly around your character and heals anyone who comes in touch with it, including yourself. Stealthy and speedy, if you like fast DPS characters, you will love this class. Specializing in melee, the ninja class is a close range fighter that uses dual blades to cut down enemies. Expect to need healing when using this class against certain enemies. The Shadowblade warrior is both a ninja and a hacker, useful for missions where stealth is important or sabotage is essential for victory. I'm sure many will love the damage output that ninjas offer. One of the best benefits of the Shadowblade class is the speed buff you obtain. Ninjas are the fastest class in the game and will allow for you to traverse the map faster and clear dungeons quicker. Ninja class starts off with the ability to perform backstab, which does increased damage whenever attacking an enemy from behind. This ability is harder than it sounds to perform, so it requires a bit more work than the other classes to be good at. Shadowblade also has the ability Smoke Poof, which upon casting will immediately stun the enemy and confuse them, giving you an opening to backstab or allow your teammate to perform an ultimate. Last but not least, we have the Time Warrior class. Seen as the default class throughout BigTime, the Time Warrior is a barbarian, focusing on strength and damage. Time Warriors are tanks and fight aggressively to lure in monsters and lead the team to victory. Many of the Time Warriors' abilities allow for them to take massive damage while dealing just as much. Time Warriors do well when equipped with great swords, hammers, or swords and shields. These weapons allow for some good damage and protection. Time Warriors start with the abilities Barbarian Shout and Taunt. As you may have guessed, Taunt will lure enemies to your position. It's perfect when you need to give a teammate a break to recover or are preparing for a combination attack with your team. This skill can be used in a lot of strategic ways, especially when combined with Barbarian Shout. Whenever you cast Barbarian Shout, you produce a shockwave around you that does damage to all surrounding enemies and also knocks all surrounding enemies backward. Each class can use whatever weapon they want, but certain classes do better with certain weapons. Every class has a skill tree that you can level up by attaining skill points and progressing through the skill tree. This is how you unlock new, cool abilities to help you get through tougher fights. You can gain skill points by gaining XP and leveling up your character. You can switch classes mid-game, but in order to do so, you need a pocket watch. I have a short video on my channel going over pocket watches, as that's a separate topic. Progressing on the skill tree requires XP, but you can also upgrade the skill tree by equipping gear to your pocket watch. Gear can be obtained from killing enemies. Don't worry, we will go more into abilities in the future as the game is more complete. Let's take a look at weapons currently in the game. There are currently 5 weapons in the game to choose from. Want a lot of damage to mow down enemies? Grab a battle axe. This heavy weapon will give you massive damage but will cost you speed and range. Thankfully, this weapon gives you more blocking abilities. Mainly used by ninja, the dual blades have amazing damage and speed, allowing for you to create and chain punishing combos. Don't get hit while using these though, as you will not have the best blocking stats. Looking to do the most damage in the game? Get you a great sword. With amazing range and high blocking stats, this weapon packs a punch but is extremely slow and hard to handle, which is why you won't be performing many combos with this one. The Time Warrior's staple, the sword and shield, offer the best defensive capabilities and the lowest amount of damage. Protect your team by taking on swarms of enemies and still having decent attack speed and combo capabilities. The Quantum Staff is used by mages to destroy enemies from a distance. It has good speed and even offers decent blocking. Another high damage weapon, and the last that you can use in the early version of the game, is the Warhammer. Though it is slow, it offers moderate range and will do a heavy toll on enemies. What class and weapon are you going to use when BigTime is finally available to the public? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button and press that big red subscribe button to see more of my videos in the future. You won't regret it. As always, I love you guys, and keep going.